can see all the time in French. French is the kind of opening. We already did cover some ideas in French, but French is the kind of opening from time to time. Black has all different kinds of new ideas. Well, I remember when I was Viktor Korchnoy's second in his first match against Anatoly Karpov. Anatoly Karpov was always playing knight d2, and Korchnoy was a big fan of French defense, which I never was. So, and I remember Korchnoy had problems with knight d2 move, and I remember one quite strong player came to our camp and he said, "Oh, I know, knight e2 is refuted because of bishop e7 move. Move like bishop e7 can never refute the opening." And of course it may be idea, he had some idea, he wasn't a weak player, but refutation, no, it's just another idea. And then the other guy came to our camp, also a very strong player, said, yes, knight d2 is refuted, not bishop e7, but bishop d7. That's another nonsense. That move may be okay, it has some positional grounds, some ideas, but it's very far from refuting anything. Solid openings can never be refuted in early stage. What can be done? They can just get more new ideas. But all of those positions are playable. Knight c3, knight c6. I'm going to show you one game of a pretty strong grandmaster played in some against another 25 federated player, so very strong player as well. So knight f3, knight f6. Now this is very well known position. Myself, I have always played e5, and after knight d7, bishop b5. Now bishop b5 move is designed against f6. Now, why would black put knight on c6, blocking c5, and knight on d7, blocking bishop on c8? The only explanation for that, because they want to have maximum attack on e5 pawn after playing f6, and they want to force white to take and then quickly develop. So that's why in this position I was playing e5 and bishop b5. But this is all very well known, and it was played in a tournament many times. What I like, the idea that was played by Mr. Sutovsky, Grandmaster, he played bishop to g5. Very interesting idea. So if black takes, white will take, transposing to one of the variations that are in white's favor. So after bishop g5, bishop e7. Now bishop takes f6. You see, white tries to keep the pawn on e4 for as long as possible without pushing it, without giving black a clear plan. Now black's knight is unpinned and black is trying to take the pawn. So bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and now bishop to b5. After bishop to, well, and what can we say after bishop takes f6 and bishop b5? Black castled. Let's make a couple of moves, castling. Queen d2. White is trying to castle long also. What can black do? If black takes on e4, what white may do is take on e4, c6 first, and then take on e4, or just take on e4 right away, which is also okay, because knight takes d4 is impossible, because knight takes f6, winning a piece. So if black does not have it, then white maintains the center. So black played knight a5. Well, it's a very dubious move. White castled, a6, bishop d3. You see, white simply has advantage in a center, in a space. Well, they don't want to close the center until they have to. After castling, a6, bishop d3, black played b6. They try to develop dark square bishop, a light square bishop. I have to point now that d takes e, trying to win d4 pawn, is not going to work, because knight takes e4, and you see the black's knight is hanging on a5. So for this reason, black played b6, white played rook f2 e1, and now after rook to f2 e1, bishop b7, e5, bishop e7, and let's summarize what happened in the opening. What happened here, black has very bad position. Black has very bad position because white has space. Black did not start an attack on white's position, and after knight e2 is absolutely correct move, white's pieces gonna come closer to black's king, and black will never have a chance to go f6, because of after knight f4, all the central positions of black, they have very badly placed pieces. Bishop on b7 is bad. That's so important when you play the opening, when you develop pieces. Everybody knows we have to develop pieces, but piece has to develop on active positions where it has some future. Bishop on b7, after white closed the center, has no future at all. Knight on a5 is totally out of action, and white is slowly bringing pieces on the king side, and I think in this position black is simply lost. Well, and so white did play knight e2, knight c4. Of course, white is not giving this strong bishop and open black's bishop on b7. So knight c4, queen c1. Now rook c8, trying to open the c file for counterplay, but it's kind of too late. Knight f4, c5, and knight h5. As I already told you, pieces coming, and black has no chance to bring another defensive piece to help their king. After knight h5, c takes d, b3, knight a5. You see, dead piece, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 attacking pieces. Position is lost. If you have this position and you cannot convert to a win, something is wrong. So you are not finding decisive continuation. But believe me, it is there. This position is totally winning. So queen f4, bringing another piece, and after rook c7, okay, now is a move that you don't do without concrete calculations. and this is absolute kill. Now, if black plays bishop takes f6, white will simply go pawn takes f6. And you see that queen takes f6 is not possible because rook is hanging. So this position is not defendable. So black simply played g takes f, and then queen g4 check, king h8, e takes f, now is threatening checkmate. And as you can see, after bishop takes f6, queen h5, mate on h7 is unstoppable. So black played rook g8, and after queen h4, they just simply resigned. Actually, very, very well played game, but on the other hand, very accurately played game, very precisely, but very simply. Well, for Grandmaster, because he did everything. Everything in this game was simple, but was very right on the target. Black misplaced all their pieces, even though there was a strong player playing with black. And white slowly brought all their ammunition to the king side, where black ended up being helpless because of 1 and 2 totally worthless pieces.
This is Grandmaster Damian Lemos. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to receive more free chess videos from us, you can just click the subscribe button below. I would also highly recommend signing up for my free mail course, the 10 Grandmaster Secrets to Dominate Chess. During this exclusive course from onlinechesslessons.net, I'll share with you my own Grandmaster shortcuts to effective attacking, defending, and growth hacks to improving your chess without complicated books or memorization. So sign up by clicking the sidebar on the right, and I know you won't be disappointed. Once more, this is Damian for onlinechesslessons.net, and I'll see you in my videos. Thank you.